title roll. Hello everyone, and welcome back to Dragon Age Inquisition with Tiberiosity. And his well-dressed mage with the pointy stick. The very pointy stick. This is Blackwall.
Make her look at it. So much easier to ignore when it's far away.
Most of the time I can't even see it.
And to actually walk out of it. To be that close.
I was right in the middle.
If I hadn't been saved by Inquisition soldiers, I don't know what would have happened.
Inquisition soldiers? That's not what I've heard. The Breach, the Divine's death, the Wardens. It doesn't make sense. There's so much we don't know.
Your help will be invaluable.
Your experience with the Wardens will certainly be useful.
Mostly the treaties, I expect. Old parchments you're welcome to. What about you? How do you fit into all this?
I want peace.
I just want to help stop the war. Try to put things back in order.
A worthy goal, one I'm happy to support.
Yay!
For me, I'll be satisfied so long as we find the bastards that killed the Divine. They owe us some answers.
They do indeed.
I've heard rumors of abandoned Warden camps all over these parts.
Oh really?
If we have time, I'd like to take a look. See if there's anything we can salvage.
You've got it.
Let's talk about the Grey Wardens. You must know a lot about them.
Indeed.
The Wardens. I'm afraid we're less exciting than we seem.
What do Wardens do?
The Blight's been over for 10 years. What do Wardens do when the world's not ending?
There are still Darkspawn. Just because we killed so many in Ferelden doesn't mean they're gone. And the world is not so peaceful that there's no use for good men with swords. Sometimes you have to figure out for yourself what the pledge to protect others really means. It's not always about just archdemons and blights.
What you do during the Blight?
Where were you during the Blight?
I was in Ferelden, on my own like always. Quietly killed my fair share of Darkspawn too.
Ooh, a sneaky swordsman.
You haven't had contact with other Wardens for a while. Why were you on your own?
It's what I've always done. Recruitment only requires one man. Besides, I've always been a loner. Works best for everyone that way.
Where have they
So
gone?
you have no idea where the rest of the Wardens are?
Do you find that odd? The Blight is over. We don't need an organized force. And orders don't change much from day to day. For the last 1,000 years or so, it's been just find Darkspawn, kill them, repeat as necessary.
Yeah, we can speak
Let's
later, dude.
continue this at another time.
As you wish. I'll be here if you need me.
Feel free to help out in the smithy.
Inquisitor?
Investigate. Thoughts on the Inquisition?
What do you think of the Inquisition?
I expected more. More men, better equipment. You may have Andraste's favor, but wars are won by men, soldiers.
That's obvious.
I don't need you to tell me what I already know.
You asked for my opinion.
Oh, whoops.
That was my opinion.
Your thoughts on the war?
What do you think about all this trouble between the Mages and Templars?
Looking at it from where we stand, it seems inevitable. But that could be hindsight. How many of us actually saw it coming? Either way, I don't think the Chantry will ever recover.
Not as it is now.
What do you think of the Inquisition's cause?
Restoring order is a goal I support wholeheartedly. But that's not the end of it, is it? Not by a half. The Lady Seeker believes we are restoring the Chantry. Others say it needs reform. I don't know where you stand on the matter, and I'll admit I haven't made up my mind either.
What about Haven?
What do you think of Haven?
It's a war camp that was once a pilgrim's refuge. It's the state of the world, though, isn't it? Holy ground turned into a battlefield. Pity
Yeah.
about that temple. Would have been nice to see it.
Oh, it really would have.
What do you think of my advisors?
Cullen. He's got the look of a man who's been through too much. He's seen the best and the worst of humanity, and I think he still struggles with where that leaves him. Still, I trust him to watch my back.
I think he's a good man.
What do you think of my advisors?
Leliana seems nice. Also a little frightening, but mostly nice.
Also, she's a redhead.
You're not saying that for my benefit, are you? Are you so certain you're being watched?
Are you so certain we aren't? I don't want to wake up with a blade in my kidneys if I can help it.
What do you think of my advisors?
Liliana seems nice. Also a little frightening, but mostly nice.
What do you think of my advisors?
Josephine's lovely, and craftier than you'd expect. The Inquisition could not have picked a better ambassador.
That's good enough.
You must have some feelings about our friends.
Sarah doesn't know who she is or what she wants, and doesn't even care.
You must have some feelings about our friends.
Talked with Solus the other day. That man knows all there is to know about everything.
Really? Maybe
You
he's
must
the
have
maker.
some feelings about our friends.
Madame Vivian only allied with the Inquisition because she knows it will bring her power. The most poisonous snakes are often the most beautiful.
That's why she's never being let alone with me.
You must have some feelings about our friends.
Sarah doesn't know who she is or what she wants, and doesn't even care.
We should return to our duties.
As you wish. You are, after all, in charge.
Thank you. I like you, Blackwall. You're kind of awesome. Oh, wait. Who's in here? No one's in here. What? Oh, you moved. There were two of him.
Good day.
Hello.
Heaven has been filled with silence.
Oh, hush.
I knew them.
Is there anything you need?
Apparently not.
That's enough for now.
Another time, then.
Cullen! Cullen. I'm not flirting with you again.
Did you need something?
I don't think I should know.
Is there anything I should know?
Not at present.
So,
What do you think of the people you work with?
Who do you mean?
Are you satisfied with the Inquisition's forces?
Our numbers are small, but they suit our needs for the time being.
indeed.
Some Templars have joined us instead of following the Order. They've proven invaluable in training new recruits.
Yeah, okay.
I
Bye.
should let you get back to work.
Oh, sorry to run in front of you, boys. Varric won't have anything else to tell me.
Sitting and waiting. Great, yeah?
I'll be back if I need you.
Go on.
I won't need you. Solus! Anything new to say?
What can I do for you?
We'll talk later.
apparently not.
Goodbye.
If Segra can get what I need, you're back. And in one piece.
Investigate. How are things?
How are your people holding up?
We've got Mother Giselle lending a hand now, which helps. For the ones that need comforting more than actual healing, she's a rock in fast water. Something to cling to.
How are your people holding up?
There's no shortage of work. That's for damn sure.
Goodbye?
Farewell.
What? What? I thought I saw... What? Where's the Tranquil dude? He's supposed to be here. I asked him to come here. Where did he go? Where's my Tranquil? I want my Tranquil and I want him now. Where is he? I would like a potion!
Your enchanter Vivienne lives well.
She remains loyal to the Circle.
It seems Blackwall knows nothing about the disappearance of the Grey Wardens. It's a disappointment.
It is.
I am, however, glad that he is with us, even if he was not what I expected. He seems to be a good man, and his experience will be an asset to the Inquisition. As for the other Wardens, I suppose we will have to keep looking.
Indeed. Any updates?
Anything I should know?
I've nothing to report at the moment.
Carry on,
Leave
you
you to your
delightful
work.
redhead. Open!
May
Don't want to
the
talk to you, but I guess I have
darkness
to.
comes upon me. I shall embrace the light. I
Hi,
shall
Vivian.
Yes?
No.
I wanted to ask you about the Circle of Magi.
Of course. What do you wish to know?
Tell me about the Templars.
You must have an opinion of the Templars after living so long in the Circle.
Having opinions about Templars, my dear, is exactly like having opinions about mages or Navarrans or men. I have known some who were impossible to endure and some who were utterly charming. I have suffered insults at the hands of those in the armor, but no more than I endured from nobles or tradesmen in Val Royaux. Personally, I have found the Templars a useful tool, skilled at keeping more unpleasant elements at bay.
Uh-huh.
If the Circle disbanded, how can you still belong to it?
The Circle is an idea, my dear, and an idea cannot be dissolved.
Indeed, it is bulletproof.
Many of the first enchanters voted for rebellion, caring little that anything short of a unanimous decision would pit mage against mage. Rather than dissolving it, Grand Enchanter Fiona's vote split the Circle in two. The rebels follow her, the loyalists follow me.
If you lead all the Loyalists, why are you only First Enchanter and not Grand Enchanter?
Grand Enchanters are elected, and since there are no First Enchanters besides myself, no vote can be held.
Good point.
I could name myself Grand Enchanter, but the title holds no meaning now. When the circles are restored, that will change.
I don't like you.
I've never been to the Montsimard Circle. What was it like?
A place of great history and tradition, with the greatest library of magical history outside of the Imperium. It was deeply involved in the Great Game, as you might expect of anyone living in Orlais.
Of course.
The mages there were quite competitive, but it was stimulating to be always pushed to exceed the abilities of my peers.
How did we come to this state with the Circles in revolt?
You, my dear, are far too wise not to have realized that many of our colleagues live with their eyes closed. Safe from the world inside their towers, they thought only of the Templars and their own resentment.
Jerks.
Kirkwall gave the world a reason to remember its fear of magic. A mage killed hundreds with a snap of their fingers.
Damn you, Anders!
Across Thedas, a new tangible fear of magic grew. Commoners and nobles alike called out to the Chantry for protection. But the malcontents in the towers thought nothing of this. They cared only for themselves and for their anger at the new Templar restrictions. When a mage attempted to assassinate Divine Justinia, again, the mages protested the investigation. The leadership chose to vote on independence based on the intolerable conditions imposed by the Templars, sparing no thought to the fact that magic was more feared in the aftermath of these attacks than it had been since Tevinter's day. So long as they had their freedom, they could care little for riots, angry mobs, or about pitting mages against each other.
Are they justified?
Did they have cause to rebel?
In the aftermath of their terrorist attacks? Was that really the most opportune time to break away? By all means protest abuses by the Templars. Just don't do it in a way that says mages support wholesale murder. By voting when they did, my colleagues all but declared war upon the ordinary people.
Yeah, kind of a stupid move.
A war in which we are outnumbered 100 to 1.
Are you familiar with Grand Enchanter Fiona?
We've met. Before her horrendously ill-timed and selfish vote for independence, I thought her adequate at her job.
Yeah.
In her dotage, she could not handle looking after the well-being of so many people. We would
Bloody
have done
elves.
better to replace her years ago, to let her spend time gardening.
I thought the fighting was only between mages and Templars. Why are mages fighting mages?
The vote for independence was carried by only a small margin, but Fiona chose to let the motion stand. Those who opposed a rash declaration of war against the entire free world had little choice. By breaking from the Chantry when they did, the rebels declared themselves in support of mass murder. Anyone who did not wish to support terrorism and the slaughter of innocents was forced to take arms against the rebels.
Yeah, kind of a dick move. Who let that elf have power?
More healing drafts for you, revered mother.
I kid you not.
Tell Segret I've received permission to sell him a few things. Good day to you.
Anything to report?
What do the people make of us?
We've gathered many favors among the nobility. They will be gently reminded of.
Any thoughts on the
Who did you mean?
Better mages. Vivian.
What do you think of Vivienne?
We've met a few times before at court. She remains a truly accomplished player of the game.
Ugh.
So long as her interests align with yours, Madame Vivienne will be a most valuable ally.
Blackwall.
What do you think of Sir Blackwall?
Sir Blackwall seems as loyal to the purpose of the Inquisition as he is to the Wardens.
That's good.
His travels must have taken him strange places. I wish he'd speak more about them.
The Iron Bull.
The Iron Bull has had to have made an impression.
He is a loud, unapologetic accident merely waiting to happen. I do wish he'd stop daring poor dignitaries to outdrink him.
How roguish friends, Sarah.
I'd love to know how you and Sarah get along.
I know she extracts gossip from the servants, and she keeps prying into things.
Yeah, bye.
Goodbye.
What if there's anything in here?
Only the word. Sing
Nope. To the war room!
thy.
Ba ba da ba. Alright, now we've got two glowy green things. Ole, what have you got for me? Good lad. What? Trying to remember who Carlina is. Monet is the one that's practically worthless, isn't she? Eh,
All right.
3 hours. Oh my. Huh.
Let us begin. Let's see what we have.
I'm gonna regret doing that. Relden. You know what I don't want? Inquisitor's Path. What shall we do, folks? I'm thinking... Now I'm gonna go with the mages. I want to bring the mages back under control and kill these blasted. Templars are dicks, and I want to kill them all. The mages are just kind of led by someone who's very stupid. So we're going to go with In Hushed Whispers.
We don't have the manpower to take the castle. Either we find another way in, or give up this nonsense and go and get the Templars.
Redcliffe is in the hands of a Magister. This cannot be allowed to stand.
The letter from Alexius asked for the Herald of Andraste by name. It's an obvious trap.
So we've heard from Magister Alexius. I expected as much.
And yet some of us want to sit and do nothing.
Not this again.
Redcliffe Castle is one of the most defensible fortresses in Ferelden. It has repelled thousands of assaults. If you go in there, you'll die. And we'll lose the only means we have of closing these rifts. I won't allow it.
And if we don't even try to meet Alexius, we lose the mages and leave a hostile foreign power on our doorstep.
Even if we could assault the keep, it would be for naught. An Orlesian Inquisition's army marching into Ferelden would provoke a war. Our hands are tied.
The Magister
has outplayed us.
There must be a way.
We can't just give up. There has to be something we can do.
We cannot accept defeat now. There must be a solution.
Contact the Jarl.
Where is the Jarl of Redcliffe? I'm sure he'd help us get his castle back.
After he was displaced, Arl Tegan rode straight for Dunrim to petition the Crown for help. I doubt he'll want our assistance once the Ferelden army lays siege to his castle.
Wait. There is a secret passage into the castle, an escape route for the family. It's too narrow for our troops, but we could send agents through.
Too risky. Those agents will be discovered well before they reach the Magister.
That's why we need a distraction. Perhaps the envoy Alexius wants so badly.
Focus their attention on Trevelyan, while we take out the Tevinters. It's risky, but it could work.
I like it.
Fortunately,
all of them.
you'll have help.
Hi, guys.
This man says he has information about the Magister and his methods, Commander.
Hello, pointy mustache.
Your spies will never get past Alexius's magic without my help. So if you're going after him, I'm coming along.
You got it.
The plan puts you in the most danger. We can't in good conscience order you to do this. We can still go after the Templars if you'd rather not play the bait. It's up to you.
I know how much you want me to go after the Templars, but, confirm. Oh no, is this gonna start a cutscene system? Oh, bugger. Alright, we're taking Dorian, Varric, and Cassandra. Huh. So much footage.
Announce us.
The Magister's invitation was for Master Trevelyan alone. The others must wait here.
Then I'll stay here.
If my friends can't enter, then I won't go in either.
Come on. Have a brain. Silly Tevinter, I'm going to kill you all. How dare you sit on Eamon's throne? Also, what are those ugly statues?
My Lord Magister, the agents of the Inquisition have arrived.
My friend, it's so good to see you again.
I'll be happier to see you dead.
And your associates, of course.
Uh-huh.
I'm sure we can work out some arrangement that is equitable to all parties.
I bet.
Are we mages to have no voice in deciding our fate?
Go away, elf.
Fiona, you would not have turned your followers over to my care if you did not trust me with their
She's an
lives.
idiot.
Enough pleasantries. Shall we begin?
It's refreshing to meet someone so goal-oriented.
I just don't want to give her a chance to talk. Because she's an idiot. And she'll ruin everything. Just like Meryl.
The Inquisition needs mages
like
to
every
close the breach,
other
and
elf
I have
with them.
him. So, what shall you offer in exchange?
I'm actually going to pause this right here. And when we return, I'll make this decision.